fuck's going on here?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
I'm more of an offensive coach. I'm very aggressive, and I was a little bit disappointed in the corner work, because Ben was telling him to feint, and step back, and I said, "Why are you telling him to step back? Like, let this guy fight." I says, he can get rid of this guy. He had him hurt more than once in the fight. And we haven't spoke about it yet, but we are going to have a meeting in a little bit and so forth.
Boxingwords.com. When I say I promise you, I'm gonna knock out the Gypsy King as well.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
How am I gonna let this little skinny spaghetti hit my face?
Boxingwords.com.
Numbers don't lie, and I'm the number one guy. And I'm the dog of the business.
When I stepped on the scene, I said I wanted this though. I said I wanted that though.
Boxingwords.com.
You know, so I'm still on a mission.
I'm gonna chase his ass all the way up there.
I told him it's an easy fight to make.
Some of them like it, some of them don't. Boxingwords.com.
Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I'm your host, Nestor. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Hashtag TBV Podcast. We're back with another one. A disgruntled, disappointed, critical Freddie Roach taking shots at Ben Davison. Trouble in paradise? Oh, we're definitely here to talk about that. 1-425-569-5241 is the number to call to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Give us your take on what exactly you are interpreting from PBC's Fox Sports Fair Game, where Freddie Roach found himself on the couch, or should I say the hot seat? I don't know. We'll get into it.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Two attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. Two to stand over. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million. And I'm in.
Boxingwords.com.
Yo, what's up? We back with another one. Yes, there could be trouble in paradise. Freddie Roach has some words on a show with Christine Leahy. She's a reporter, journalist, and she still works for the Colin Coward show too. So shout out to her in a great interview. But Freddie Roach thinks Ben Davison was a bit timid, maybe a bit conservative. Maybe lacking that killer instinct. Was it not having the experience, or was it all part of the game plan? Is Freddie right, or is Freddie wrong? A lot of questions, man, coming out of this little clip. So let's break it down and get into it. What's going on, Nestor?
What up, Mike? I mean, I don't know if this is part of the game plan, because there were some very interesting choice words he chose to use. You know, I mean, he went as far as saying that Ben Davison was given the same exact advice he gave 126-pound fighter earlier, before Tyson even fought that night. So he went as far as saying something like, and I'm paraphrasing, like, oh, this guy has got, like, preordained messages. It's not individual. But we'll get into Freddie's audio and break it down bit by bit, slowly, so that you'll be able to hear every single thing that was said, and we'll make that decision together. But this is some breaking news, and it's really spreading like wildfire, Mike. I mean, this just came out minutes ago. It's only a clip, so the full interview is obviously going to be magnificent, because this little teaser has definitely caused some headlines.
Now, does this create a divide? You know what I'm saying? Is Freddie trying to poach Tyson Fury from Ben?
I don't think he's trying to poach. I think he's just being honest. It's up to Tyson Fury to realize whether or not, the misdirection of Ben Davison was that. I mean, if you're Fury, you could be optimistic, Mike, and look at this like, yo, look how well I performed against Deontay Wilder when many thought I wouldn't. You know, Ben wanted me to be conservative. He didn't want me to get knocked out. And ultimately, I did, even when listening to Ben Davison. So, you know what? Maybe he's on to something. Maybe I need to stay away from Wilder during the fight, you know, dance a little more and take a step back the way that he was suggesting. That, you know, because that's exactly where Freddie Roach got mad. Like, why are you telling him to take a step back? He could knock this guy out. Allegedly, Freddie was under the impression that Wilder had been hurt on numerous occasions by Tyson Fury and that he should be able to knock him out. And that could have happened if Ben wasn't so timid, if he wasn't pumping the brakes and basically holding back Tyson Fury from greatness.
Now, it's funny that Freddie says that Ben has like preordained messages and a already existing kind of game plan that he uses for like different fighters. But by Freddie telling, what it sounds to me like Freddie was telling, well, it was sounding like Freddie wanted to tell Fury to be more aggressive. But isn't that like the same kind of fighting style that one of his legendary fighters have, like Manny Pacquiao, the aggressive style? Like, isn't Freddie like doing the same thing that he's telling Ben not to do, kind of in a way?
I don't know. That one went over my head. I know that Freddie is an aggressive style coach. I know that he questioned Manny Pacquiao's fighting instinct and killer instinct. And much like Emmanuel Stewart, he wants his guys to not leave it in the hands of the judges. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially like if you're Freddie, you're looking at this fight from the outside looking in and you seen your guy performing well. So you felt your guy could, you know, turn it up just a little bit more, whether that be, you know, by finishing the fight by stoppage or whatever else would have came. But Freddie thought more could be done.
I mean, more, you can say more could be done, but when you try to do more, then you expose yourself for more risk, and maybe by doing more, you get knocked out, not able to recover. Like maybe the game plan that Ben had, because you had to probably realize you wasn't gonna go 12 rounds and not get hit by Wilder. So I think the game plan that they had was probably the best game plan that they could have used in that fight. Being more aggressive, being more the attacking fighter against Wilder is not the route you want to go, in my opinion.
Let's go back to the audio. We're going to take it from the top. We'll probably break it down every 15 or 30 seconds just to dissect.
I'm more of an offensive coach. I'm very aggressive. And I was a little bit disappointed in the corner work, because Ben was telling him to feint, and step back. And I said, why are you telling him to step back? Like, let this guy fight. I says, he can get rid of this guy.
Now, let's just stop it there, because the first instructions that Ben was giving Tyson Fury, I'm going to go ahead and get on Ben Davidson's side. Feint. Dude, that's what was the success story. That's jitteriness, that double stepping of the front foot before throwing that double jab and followed by the right hand. That's what gave Fury success. That's what kept Wilder timing
off.
Yeah, kept his timing off. So, like, I don't know if Freddie is right or wrong there. What do you think?
I think, I'm sided with Ben too. Like that herky jerky, that jittery, that popping bop, that was the best thing that Tyson could have did, because, like you said, and like I reiterated, that the timing aspect of Wilder's right hand. I mean, Wilder has good timing, so if you do that and implement the game plan that Ben had, or just like Tyson fighting style, that will throw anybody's timing off, and it makes for just it makes for a rhythm for you, but not a rhythm for the other person, if you kind of get what I'm saying.
Nah, man, I get it. I think Freddie may be a little overly critical. You know, the feints were working. Anybody that watched this fight, anybody that scored this fight, we knew that the feints were a major part of Tyson Fury's success.
Yeah.
One word that he said that stuck out to me was, I was disappointed in the corner work Like to me, that corner work sounds like as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like everything combined.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with him in the sense that, from his standpoint, because he's looking at it like we're a team. As we get further into the audio, he'll say something like, we're supposed to get together as a team, either in London, the UK, or right here in the United States, and discuss everything that happened. Like, the brother of Tyson Fury allegedly wanted to talk with Freddie immediately. So who knows? We'll probably see Freddie Roach move into head trainer role. But Freddie said, you know what? Everybody go home for the holidays, enjoy your families, and then we'll have that meeting. But let's get back to the tape.
And we haven't spoke about it yet, but we are going to have a meeting and a little speak with Ben and so forth, because I think he was just very, very wanted Tyson to be safe. Yeah, don't take chances. I said, wait a minute, don't take chances. You're in the boxing ring. You took a chance when you signed the contract for the fight.
Yeah, not now.
Not now.
What's your thoughts on that right there? It's like, again, Freddie Roach is probably just the wrong fit. Ben is thinking W, get the win, hit and not be hit. Freddie seems to have a different mentality. I don't think Ben is giving any bad advice. He just wants his fighter to be cautious.
Absolutely agree with you again. I can't believe I'm saying this like 2 times in a row, but yeah. The best thing to do with Wilder, man, is not you don't want to end up like Pacquiao when he fought Marquez. That was his 3rd or 4th time, whatever time it was, when he was face down on his fucking mat sleep. And the trainer in his corner that day was Freddie Roach. So you don't want to be overly aggressive against Wilder, man, because you open yourself up and you leave room for that right hand to land. So I gotta go back with Ben, man. Like, yeah, stick to the game plan, stick to what's working. I mean, what's working the whole fight. I mean, it had worked up to round 9. You hadn't been down. You were probably in my scorebook. I had a 4-4 going into the 9th round. So it was an even fight, and you were doing good. I mean, you were moving around the ring. You were doing your little Ali thing, and you said you are a sweet scientist. So why try to change up a guy whose mentality is to go in there and box a guy's ears off? You don't want to make a fighter like Tyson Fury try to change your mid fight. Maybe you do that now and like before the next fight, but not during the fight.
Back to the tape.
A couple times.
Yes, I did.
Had he been more offensive?
More offensive, and the thing is, he did hurt him a couple of times, and I was disappointed that he didn't get a chance to finish him, and it was funny because we had one fight earlier in the night.
Which one?
The first fight of the night.
Okay.
It wasn't televised, but Ben gave the exact same instructions to the 126-pound fighter that he did the heavyweight fighter. I said, wait, why are you like saying the same thing? Why are you treating these people the same? These fighters know each other.
Shots fired, in my opinion. Right there, it's like an educator, discussing with their colleagues how the kindergarten teacher is teaching algebra to the fifth grade, to the 5-year-olds in kindergarten. And
what are you talking about?
I just interpreted that as a shot. What I'm saying is, he said, why are you telling them the same instructions that you gave the 126-pounder? You're giving the same instructions to the 270-pounder.
Oh, let me give you a better analogy.
Mine was rough.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It's like the kindergarten teacher telling 2 kids, trying to teach them the same way, where we know that both kids' mind probably work different. Just like we know that each fighter has a different fighter style and fighting style. So why try to change it? Why try to be the same for each person? You gotta develop your game plan around the fighter that you have, not as a whole stable. Are we all going to do the same thing? No, because that fighter might not be able to do what that fighter can. And like the kindergarten teacher, that little student might not be able to articulate as good as the next student, but can do other things better than the other student. There you go.
Now, this clip is a clip from boxing trainer Freddie Roach's appearance on Fox Sports' weekly sports show, The Fair Game, with Christine Leahy, airing and starting today, Tuesday, December 11th at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So in a few minutes, I mean, Mike is shaking his head. No, did we get it?
No. I would say yes. Shout out to her and shout out to Ak and Barack. They got a show airing tomorrow on Wednesday. So shout out to them.
All right. So at 4:30 Central Time, which is 5:30 East Coast time, Fair Game will be live on Fox, the big channel. So shout out to the fighters. And
whoa. So it's not Fox Sports. It's regular Fox.
Well, yeah, you're right. It says Fox Sports.
I'm gonna say, damn, boy, they spending some dollars, boy. They ain't fucking around.
Yes, sir. Let me go out to our phone lines and well, actually, we need to hit up a little bit more audio, but in the meantime,
like one more bit.
All right.
They're not the same.
No.
And his instructions were the same and choreographed like for both guys. So I was
choreograph. Now tell me those ain't shots. The words he's choosing to use, I think it's not going to be
like a routine choreograph. Ooh, that's nasty.
But the words that he's using, it's like, how is Ben Davison going to take this? You know what I'm saying? Back to the tape.
disappointed. I think I told Tyson, I says, maybe I can help him along the way, and because he did a great job with the conditioning, the weight loss, and all that. And he's only a 26-year-old kid. I mean, if Tyson had won, I think I wouldn't be the youngest trainer to have a world champion anymore.
I mean, Mike, backhanded compliment or an actual compliment?
Bruh, backhanded ain't the word. He was like, I know he's a 26-year-old kid, so I can maybe help him along the way and show him a little. Man, come on, man. Why you gotta bring up his age, and why you gotta bring up the fact that you feel like you need to help him along the way? I think Ben Davison did an incredible job getting Tyson Fury back in shape, getting Tyson Fury back down to fighting weight, and putting Fury in a position where he could go and challenge for the WBC world title. So bringing up his age and bringing up the fact that you can maybe help him along the way, I think it was a backhanded compliment. Absolutely.
To the tape.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's interesting.
When I won my first title, I was 27.
So if you wind up being in his corner again for a rematch against Deontay, would you then insist on being the guy who talks to him?
Possibly, but the thing is, me and Tyson and his brother spoke about it. We said, okay.
Yo, I just want you to know that he basically said he's lobbying for head trainer position.
And one thing that I want you to know that I feel like he was very envious of, the fact that if Fury won, he would have been the youngest trainer to ever have a world champion. I think Roach wanted to hang on to that little title above his mantelpiece for a little while longer. 27-year-old trainer to be the youngest to have a world champion.
I don't know if Freddie is holding on to that.
Little accolade, bro. I'm telling you, little accolades like that mean something to people.
Listen, I hear you, but Freddie's forever gonna have that Pacquiao era. He's gonna be, my children's children will learn of Freddie because of Pacquiao, regardless if they're casuals or not. There'll be documentaries done where Freddie will be included.
Absolutely.
So
can't wait to see who played Freddie Roach in the Pacquiao movie.
Yeah, word.
And we'll have a meeting either in the UK or here in America with each other, and we left it at that.
So they're gonna have a meeting in the UK or America with each other to decide what's the dilly. Interesting, bro. Interesting. I wonder how well that meeting goes now that this video and the full interview will air in about another 30 minutes, 40 minutes How is this gonna sit with Team Fury? You know, these gypsies seem to be loyal. You see how Billy Joe Saunders is in the ring with Kid Galahad. You know, he's betting money on Tyson Fury. These guys are friends, they're bros. So maybe even Tyson doesn't like the shots that Freddie's taking. Maybe Tyson is like, come on, you're an older man, you should be more matured. You shouldn't be giving my guy backhanded compliments. I chose this guy to bring us back. You know, I included you in our glory. You wouldn't even be sitting down having this interview if you weren't part of my team. So
I
how
talked to his brother.
my team?
I talked to his brother, and we agreed that we will set up a meeting after the holiday. So maybe the instruction from his brother, or this is all speculation. Maybe the instruction was to come out and say how you really felt and lobby for that head trainer position. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
I just don't know why.
Don't get it.
I just don't know why do it vocally and in the public.
This is how shit done nowadays.
You easily switched Davidson to second and Freddie to be the chief.
Then during training camp, it's gonna be a big fucking deal. Wow, why is Freddie the man? So why don't you go ahead and do it now and get it out the way?
You cross that bridge when you get to it, Mike. You don't let Freddie, an outsider of the team, you don't let him drop the fucking bomb.
I mean, he maybe like I said, it's total speculation. Maybe it was instructed to do this. Freddie's been in this game long enough to be smart enough even not to fuck up like this.
Even if it was instructed, then weak on the team of Fury, whoever's idea it was to allow the outsider to let the insider know the news. You know, something like this, you come to Ben Davison like, hey, man, you're part of the team, so we just want to let you know a heads up. You don't want to hear that shit from the American across the fucking pond. If you're Davison, you're feeling violated. You're like, where's the fucking loyalty at? That's how I would take it. I'm just kidding.
Look here. This is business at the end of the day. Don't take it personal, brother. We trying to win.
I brought you back from 370
and you heard what Freddie said. He did a damn good job with his he did a damn good job with his conditioning and getting him back in shape. So I think he'll be good for keeping around for that. I think that's kind of what he meant.
People laughed at Tyson Fury.
Tell the truth.
They didn't believe he was coming back.
Tell the truth.
They didn't believe he was gonna fucking lose the weight.
Tell the truth.
Ben Davison believed.
Tell the truth.
And now you want to take his position? No fucking way. Bullshit. In my
man, we can all learn sometimes. Maybe this is just constructive criticism on the part of Freddie Roach. Maybe this is the one-time 27-year-old trainer being in Ben Davison's position and knowing what maybe the buttons he needs to push to see if he has greatness in him or not. Because this can only do one or two things to Ben Davison: either make him shell up or fucking nut up and get the fucking job done. Simple as that.
Well, I guess, man, I know I interviewed Ben and I asked him all the tough questions. I asked him, was he disappointed that they brought Freddie Roach, that they stole his opportunity at glory? Because here you got Freddie Roach, even in a draw, saying, hey, this guy was saying the wrong things. I should be the head trainer. He was saying the wrong things. He was giving the same information to two different guys in two different fights with two different weights. You know, all I'm interpreting from this is that Roach doesn't think Ben Davison is on his level. That's all I'm interpreting. But you know
Absolutely.
What? All right. Well, then we're on
the fuck. I mean, I thought that was obvious with all the backhand compliments that he gave him.
I don't know. I felt like you was dodging around that. Like you were being optimistic, Mike, as always.
No, like I said, I mean, Freddie is doing what I think maybe somebody told him to do, and Ben Davison has two options: get better or get worse.
I don't know, man. I mean, I feel a little sad for Ben.
Why do you feel sad for Ben? There has not been any news to come out to say Ben is done.
It's enough. Freddie,
like you say, he's an outsider.
Freddie lobbying for that head coach position. Freddie out here on Fox. Nah, man. Freddie scheming. I seen that in the chat. Shout out to whoever said it. We're going out to the callers.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Helps with the visibility of the show. Plus, it lets us know that you really enjoy the content. It's the biggest most positive way to support the show is heading on over to iTunes and just dropping us a 5-star review. Now, if they got reviews on Spotify, drop it there. iHeartRadio, drop it there. But the show could be heard everywhere from Stitcher to TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. FM player, all those jazzy podcast locations. The number to call in to voice your opinion is 1-425-569-5241. Let's go out to
Whoa.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, if you're doing any kind of holiday shopping, please go over to theboxingvoice.com and click on the affiliate sponsors link and go ahead and hyperlink that Amazon, bookmark it, use it for all your holiday shopping. It costs you absolutely nothing. We get a little kickback on all the shopping that you do, so we appreciate your support. And if you can do that, we really appreciate it. We can go out and do the camp lives and do these behind the scenes and go to fights and do all kinds of special things for all the listeners out there. So thank you very much.
Let me see. Where was I going with this? Next couple of words. Well, we'll get out to our mastermind, Javier in Alabama.
Yo. Hey, Freddie think he's slick. That nigga was throwing all type of shots at goddamn Ben. If I'm Ben, I want to spar. That nigga Freddie was slinging all type of shit. Freddie was call that man a kid. I ain't no kid, motherfucker. He even call me a kid. I'm 26.
Javier, give me one moment there. Everybody else on Skype, mute your microphone. Tibbs or Tib? Yeah, he's got to be Tibbs. Mute your mic. And Mark, mute your mic. Javier, take it away.
Hey, man, quit playing with my call, nigga. Don't play with my call. Hey, but like I was saying, Freddie disrespectful, bro. How you gonna say all this after the fight? Freddie trying to get Tyson killed. Hey, somebody's still hot too, ain't it? Yeah, somebody mic still going.
Somebody mic going. They said, "Fuck your call, nigga. This is my call today."
All right, I'm swinging on any nigga who do it again. Hey, but he trying to get Tyson killed, man. Tyson can't come forward on Deontay. What the fuck he thought this was? The fuck Freddie thinking, man? Freddie tripping. Freddie getting old. Freddie don't know what he talking about no more. That nigga see now. Freddie trying to come over there and become a goddamn tyrant in the camp. He finna fuck Fury whole career up. If you let Freddie become the head trainer for this next fight, he gonna get Fury knocked out in 5. How the hell you gonna tell Tyson Fury to change his whole style now that's been working for him? Come forward on Deontay. Who the fuck? Nigga, shut up, Freddie. You stupid as hell. Then you gonna disrespect Ben. I think Ben did a good job, to be honest. Shit, he kept Fury calm. He kept Fury doing the right thing. You ain't finna come forward on Deontay. You supposed to feint, move around, do all that shit. Like, why the fuck would you come forward and say you finna finish Deontay? I didn't see Deontay hurt one time in that fight.
That's not true, fanboy ass Javier, because he got hit with that left. That shit stumbled his ass back.
What you talking about?
Bruh, if you go backwards and you put your hands up and you initiate a clinch, obviously you felt the effect of that punch, man. It's all right. It's all right to say he got hurt.
Shit. Fuck out of here. Nigga, you
Tell that nigga Javier, man. Let his ass know, goddamn it. We don't get hurt down south.
Thank you, nigga. We were just eating, man. Shit. Nigga acting like shit crazy around here, bro. Damn, man. All I'm saying is, did Tyson see he was hurt? Cause shit, Tyson ain't stepped that shit up. If he saw he was hurting the ring, he would have stepped that shit up. Tyson still felt that motherfucking power. He knew what was popping in them motherfucking hands, and he didn't want no work for real. God damn, let's fuck out of here with all that he wasn't hurt shit, nigga. Man, fuck out of here.
All right. Well, is Javi still the biggest Wilder fanboy on the show?
To this day.
I knew he was. Let's get out to Gary in Teja. Gary on Skype.
What up, Gary? I would take like 3 or 4 seconds extra to like hop on.
Nah, he on Skype, so he got to unmute his mic.
Gary V. Gary said, I ain't talking today, man. Y'all talking about some bullshit.
Well, all right, we're gonna go to Mark then. Mark, talk to us.
What up, Mark Breathing? What y'all think about this wild? I mean, this Fury camp thing going on.
Yo, mind you, before we go to Mark, I seen an interview conducted with Mark Breland where he's saying, I don't know what the fuck people talking about. I didn't leave the ring. I'm right there. I never walked out the corner. You know, people making shit up. You know, there's a lot of people, oh, Ness, Mark Breland was so disgusted with Wilder's performance. He left the ring. It's like, dude, people will make anything up.
I didn't even hear about this shit.
Dude, there's a video out there, bruh, with mad hits too. Like, people believe, I'm telling you, these sheep, man.
Is it like actual footage of him walking out of the ring?
Bruh, dudes is clipping the corner whenever Breland is not visible, saying, see, he left. But this is the thing. When you a sheep, you need to be led. You need a shepherd. So it doesn't matter who the shepherd is. Sheep will follow as long as the shepherd is saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but let me see here. We got Mark. Talk to me.
Hey, can you hear me?
We hear you, brother. Tell us where you're calling in from.
I'm calling from London, UK, man. One of the biggest sheep out here, man.
Stand up, baby.
Yeah, man. Well, I was going to change what I was going to say earlier on because what you're saying about Freddie Roach, yeah, definitely took shots there. I think the way you narrated that narrativeness, I think was perfect. I think if he wanted to fight with to keep with Tyson, then he wouldn't have said any of that. He would have kept that in house. You know, I do believe that watching the fight, I thought there was definitely moments where Tyson could have pressed on the gas. You know, when Windmill was missing his shots.
I like that. This is, see, I like your tough skin, my friend. He's a sheep in wolf's clothing right there. He's got a wolf jacket on right now. He said when Windmill. He didn't call him Wilder. No, he said Windmill. When Windmill. I love that one, yo.
Come on, that's the way you're gonna beat this guy. You know, he swings for the fences and you pop him on the counter. Wilder's he's the most dangerous when he's attacking you, but he's less dangerous when you're attacking him. Press on the gas, but Roach should have kept that in house. There's no way he should have been telling people about that. It's a shame because he's a great coach, like what my son, I call him my son, Mike, was watching The Contender. I managed to get that from you guys listening over here. And what I liked about the show was watching the trainers. And Roach was great on that show. You must admit, Mike, he was great.
All right, they want you to admit that Roach was great on Contender Series.
My nigga, I'm over here talking like a motherfucker. My shit muted like it's something. Yeah, absolutely. Roach did a fantastic job, and I think Nassim did a great job too. That was a good show, and hopefully they bring it back again.
I think from the first round when you saw nearly all of Roach's fighters got through the first round and Nazim's didn't, there was a reason. Roach knows what he's talking about. Nazim, not so much. And just for the record, it was Nazim who said that Mark Breland walked out the corner and he wants to have a chat with him afterwards to find out what was going on there. That's what everybody's latching onto. So you need to go and check that footage out from Nazim Richardson. He's the one who said Mark Breland walked out the corner in disgust, and he wanted to find out what was going on there because that's his boy.
We ain't gotta check it out. We got his number. We can hit him up.
Hey, man, we watch it, man. And just while I've got the time on there, I just wanted to combat some of the narrative that's been going on the show that I've been listening to over the past couple of months, because I think narrativeness gets away with a lot of shit. I was listening to
Here we go.
I was listening to the podcast earlier on where you were talking about the boxing scene article was talking about the numbers. What you and he was calling everyone sheep, but what you failed to put in there was that they said the equivalent sell rate. They said if Chisora and Wyatt sold at the equivalent rate, it would be 8 million. They did not say how much it actually sold. You've got to actually read these things properly. So that's my first point. So if they would have sold, say for example, 1 million, we don't know, then he could have outsold Wilder, so which would make him look silly. So you got to really check the facts on that. Don't just.
I'm gonna pull up.
But they hold on. Whoa.
I'm gonna pull up.
Slow down, bro. We gonna give you all the time in the world. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere with that.
Check it out. People's right here, bro. Now, why would you bring up 1 million people if it doesn't actually have 1 million buys? We're bringing up the actual people that push the actual button, right?
That's what the article is saying. The article is saying they were trying to criticize Hearn. They said if the Chisora and Wyatt buyers are going to be was at the equivalent of the Wilder buyers, then it would be 8 million. It did not say how much it will be, what it potentially was, or anything like that. It's just talking about equivalent buy rate. I also heard Ness trying to put the guy down when he's talking about revenue or something like that. Revenue is the total sales. Purses is what the fighters actually earn. So you have to make that distinction when you're painting your narrative too. My other issue
brother, I've let you lie long enough, and I quote from the Boxing Scene article: to do 300 buys, 300,000 buys is terrible, absolutely terrible. 300,000 is absolutely abysmal. This is Eddie Hearn talking, sheep. Okay, Dillian White against Joseph Parker did more than 300,000 buys in England. Sheep. I mean, we're talking about across the U.S. You can't say it's good. Canelo and Golovkin have just done 1.2 and they're middleweights. Okay. Wilder Fury at a price range of $74.99 brought in $24.3 million in pay-per-view revenue. While White Parker, which retailed for a third of that price at 19.95 pounds or euros, whatever the fuck that is, only brought in 8.1. Where do you see a word or a sentence that insinuates that this is a hypothetical conversation here, my friend? I'm going to give you one time to show face, because Mark, I don't think we've ever heard you before, and for this to be your first time on the show lying like that and getting caught lying, oh my God, atrocious.
No. Where it says about an 8.1, it says if you were to purchase it at an equivalent or like for like.
It does not say such words, and I'll repeat. While White Parker, comma, if you want me not to leave out anything that the fucking article said.
He said comma. He just did fucking punctuation in this motherfucker.
Because my man is acting like this shit being left out. Like, where you read it at? Your sheep goggles?
Bro.
Yeah, your boxing voice. Yo, send us the Boxing Scene. Send us the link because you're lying and you got caught. Matter of fact, I'm going to screen share this shit to further bury you.
Oh, don't screen share, man.
Fuck that.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Come on here accusing us of lying.
How dare he?
And he's not the one fucking reading. What the
How dare you? Highlight it for his ass. Highlight the shit. Oh, there we go.
Highlight it. You know I'm gonna highlight it. And and while they're reading it, because we know who's gonna read it and still try to find something wrong with it, I'll play your favorite music.
I'm looking for equivalent. I see irrelevant. I don't see equivalent yet. I know he quoted the word equivalent. I don't see that shit. Maybe I can't read though. I mean, I'm not that smart, so I don't. Maybe I can't read.
And look, I mean, I get called stupid, dumb, ignorant, everything on this show. So you know, I'm not smart either. But that's why we screen shared it. so that the smart sheep could read it themselves. Mark, please mute your mic. We got other callers we need to get to on Skype. We did give you plenty of time to punch after the bell. We got Gary in Texas. Talk to me.
Hello.
What up, Gary?
Yeah. All right, I'm good. I don't know. I have my Skype off mute, but I don't know. Real quick, with this Freddie Roach thing, like, I agree with him and I disagree with him. First of all, I disagree with him because this is like, why is he going public with this, right? I mean, this would be like Mike going on air and saying, I'm so much better than Ness at the Boxing Voice. I think I'm going to lobby for the host. He can be my co-host if he wants. It's like, you know, we brought you in here to help. You know, don't overstep.
Yeah, fuck Ness. Get him out of here. I'm looking for a new co-host. I mean, I'm looking for a new host, man.
It's like, you know, we love you, Mike, but, you know, Ness brought you on, you know. It's still Ness's show, right? It's still Davidson's show. He's the head trainer. For Freddie Roach to do that, keep your mouth shut. And if you want to bring it up to Tyson. You know, bring it up to Tyson Fury and see what he says about it. Don't go public with it. That's a female move right there, like, really. And I think Freddie Roach is an overrated trainer, but I like him because he's old school, right? Like, so I want to talk about real quick. He wanted Fury to go in and get the knockout. So you could say Ben Davison's game plan of playing it safe worked and didn't work, right? The reason why it worked is because he went in the outbox Tyson Fury and Fury went in and outboxed Deontay Wilder in almost every single round. But it didn't work because Wilder landed the knockout punch, right? Wilder knocked Fury out. Wilder did what he wanted to do in 12 rounds. Fury just somehow got up, right? I mean, no one thought Fury was getting up. So, like, Freddie Roach's point is Wilder's a dangerous fighter. Don't keep him around, right? But the longer you keep him around, the more chance you have of getting knocked out. So if you can get him out, I get that. And that makes sense. But so does Davidson's plan, because Davidson's plan worked too. Fury went in there and outboxed him every single round. So I don't really know who I agree with. Like, they both make a good point.
I mean, they both make a good point, but the person you have to agree with is the person that goes about the situation correctly. It's like you said, those are female tendencies. These are things that you don't do. These are like reasons why the Boxing Voice always loses a host, because dudes act in bitch ways. Like, Freddie is not supposed to come out publicly and say this. This is dirty laundry. This is team shit. You know, if I'd said something to offend Mike, or I'm driving this vehicle that is TBV incorrectly, Mike, as my co-host, needs to pull me up behind the scenes and say, yo, Ness, man, bro, you said some foul shit. And you know what? Let me try and drive for a little while. You don't lobby in fucking public. You don't lobby in public. This is called poaching at its finest. But whatever, narrative Ness, you know, whatever.
We'll have to
go ahead, Gary. I'm sorry. I thought you know, go ahead.
No, I agree with you 100%. If you want to bring that up, you know, talk to Ben Davison in private, talk to Tyson Fury in private, but keep that shit in-house. I mean, that's female move.
Well, thank you for calling in all the way in Texas. Gary, we're going out to Ricky in Florida.
Yeah, man. I don't really know what Freddie Roach said like that too much, but it just sounds real thirsty to me. The man looking for a superstar for his roster. It just sounds thirsty. I caught the show earlier in the morning. I want the rematch with Wilder and Fury just because, man, don't nobody know Joshua big ass over here in America, man. Don't nobody know his ass. I mean, that's what it is.
Everybody that I talk to, bro, saying the same thing I'm saying. We want that motherfucking rematch, man. We Joshua cool and all, but man, it's unfinished business, goddamn it.
Exactly, man. I mean, at the end of the day, the shit is set up for Wilder to get a W with Fury. Like, he for to get a win, he for to get his biggest pay-per-view, he for to fight Fury, and we don't need Joshua. Joshua should have thought about that shit when he got offered the 50. Now it's off the table. Wait, bitch, know your lane. Like you said, know your lane.
We'll call you when we're ready. Go fight Chisora and all the other old guys. Go fight those guys. We're going to be fighting Lenios. That's my call.
Ricky in Florida, South Florida. Thank you for calling in. We're going out to
Great call, Ricky.
we got to Tibbs.
No, not Tibbs yet.
Tibbs, you ready?
Yo, Tibbs.
He's there. Talk to us. Where you calling in from, my friend?
I'm calling from London, big man.
Oh shit!
UK.
Hey, yo,
no. I'm not a sheep.
Yo, I felt some thunder in his voice. I'm a little
Come
excited.
from London, baby.
I'm calling from London, my man.
Come from London, yeah.
I don't know. He might be coming
Hey,
for.
man! Shout out, Lyndon Arthur. I just did an interview with him earlier, and it'll be uploaded to the channel hopefully by tomorrow.
All right, let me get to Tibbs. Introduce yourself because you're definitely a first-time caller. So I'm gonna get him play this first-time caller intro. Let the world know your name. Where you calling from?
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut,
Tibbs from London.
Talk to us, brother.
Yeah, just on the topic at hand. I feel Freddie Roach is moving a bit snaky. Like you said, it should have been an in-house thing. Like, why do you need to go on live TV to go and say all of these things? Do you get what I'm saying?
Because I want the job, and I ain't got time for that bullshit. I ain't got time to be going by in-house and all that. I want the world to know that I want that job. That's why I did it.
But how are you gonna secure the job if you're basically shitting on the boss? You know what I'm saying, on live TV? Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, the boss can get fired. I mean, there's only one boss. Like, there's only one Tyson Fury. So I mean, he's the boss.
Yeah, but Tyson Fury, he's a very loyal person, isn't it? If he sees something like that, he's gonna think to himself, "Whoa, can I trust you in the future?" Do you get what I'm saying? So that really wasn't a good look, if you ask me. Regarding the fight itself, yeah, he did have a point. Yeah, obviously, it would have been nicer for Fury to, I guess, step the gas on and try to get him out, but it kind of would have been peak for him. You saw what happened when he got a bit greedy in the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I like that you called it greedy. That was cute.
But yeah, I wanted to ask you a question, Ness. Oh shit, I forgot the question. Jesus Christ.
What you smoking on over there in the UK?
Nah, don't smoke. I don't smoke. Hold on. Oh my days, I probably had it prepared as well.
Oh my days, boy. Well, how old are you?
I'm 29, thank you.
Okay, by my age. Okay, my bad.
Yo, UK's just very proper, man. That's why you gotta love them, bro. They're
I know, bro. I know.
I have to admit, I expected a lot more velocity from you, Ness, but you're being very nice today.
Nah, listen, dudes have a misconception, bro. Like it's all about energy, right? And like I love to give everyone the time to talk. But if you say something thought-provoking, then we're gonna go at it, But it's never personal. It's never personal,
boxing, baby. It's just boxing.
No. It's cool. It's cool.
Just boxing
a lot of
in the
guys on there
barbershop.
don't really have thick skin anyway. I remembered what I wanted to ask you, by the way. I was gonna ask why is the pay-per-view? Why is it to buy pay-per-view so expensive over there? I never did understand, because I thought to myself, why don't they just make it $20 and then it kind of.
My guy, you gotta understand. When you live in America,
yeah,
they'll set the fucking price at whatever they want to set it at, and motherfuckers will buy it. I've seen Yeezy shoes retail for like $200, then resale for about $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So over here, it's all about supply and demand and shit.
No, but it's just everything. They're milking us. I mean, it's like I said the other day on a show, man. I remember gas being $1.69. Like it just everything is going up. Nothing is the same price that it used to be, bro. Like it's just, I mean, lucky for you guys, and that's credit to your economy as well. I mean, look, your euro or your pound is worth more than my dollar, so that's kind of the reason,
Fair enough.
But they killing us over here. You damn right about that. But thank you for calling in and hope to hear you again, Tibbs. We're going out to your fellow brethren, long-time listener, alumni at this point. You need to holler at Dollar DiBiase, actually. But Idris in the UK, talk to us.
What up, Idris?
I like that, man. Hey, hook me up with this DiBiase guy, fam. Listen, what you man saying, man? I haven't spoke to you guys for a little while, man. I've been busy and shit. Fucking, do you know what I really wanted to talk about? This ITV PBC deal, man.
I mean, you know what? Why don't
I
you?
want
Why
to
don't
give
you
you a little bit
enlighten
more
us?
insight.
Exactly. I was
I
going to
want
say that. Won't you enlighten us? Because I read over the press release, and it's talking about 15 shows. It's talking about pay-per-views and all these ITV channels, and then the press release. I'm thinking to myself, they got to be fluffing up the company because it's a press release, but they're acting as if ITV is bigger than Sky. So, can you just at least tell us how big is ITV? What does this really mean? And I don't know, how good is it? Because it's not for us, it's for you guys.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. ITV, when people think boxing, you lot think a lot of casuals think HBO, right? In America. With us, ITV is synonymous with boxing in the past. Like,
wow.
A lot of people, people hold them responsible for Frank Warren's success. And a lot of people, like, put it this way, this is like equivalent to, imagine in 15 years time, HBO comes back to full-time boxing. Do you know what I mean? And one of the big promoters makes a deal with them. It is really a big deal. Second biggest channel broadcasters in the UK. And if they do things correctly, it'll work well. Because you know the girl versus, what do you call it?
Eubank.
That's what's that, pay-per-view?
I believe so. 1995 for y'all.
Yeah, see, but if they do it on just ITV1, that's about, I'm not even joking, that's probably about 8 million views. It's like, everyone thinks of ITV, like, the first thing that comes to mind is Ben versus Eubank Senior, what you call it? Do you know that 17 million people watched Nigel Benn versus Gerald McCullum?
Yeah, but how many people watched Reginald Quinlan versus Chris Eubank? That's the most recent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the most recent.
They say a lot of the fights will be on ITV1 as well, on ITV2 or ITV3. And this is the one. Let me tell you something about ITV. ITV1 is basically Channel 3. Like, all you need is put a bloody metal on the back of your TV and you can watch it. Do you know what I mean? You know them days. Like, just ITV1 is Channel 3. That's what it is.
So as a UK resident, you are happy with this deal? And what does it mean for you? You haven't said what it means for you. Like, what is it that you're going to get to watch? Are they giving you all of our Showtime, PBC, and Fox shows? Like,
I hope that's what it means. Because that means, like, even if you don't stay up, all the ITV shows are on ITV Player. I have ITV Player on my PlayStation. Like, you won't find many people in the country that don't have ITV Player. You know, that's just like, you watch everything, all the reruns of everything that comes on. What's your free channels in America? Like,
channel
1,
channel
2,
2,
channel 3,
channel 4, channel 5, 7, 9, 11.
What ITV is. And it's big because
holy shit! Someone said Eubank did 8 million. Get out of here! Is he lying?
Put it this way: the last channel.
I did laughing emojis next
On Channel 5. No, Huey Fury did 2 million against. I think who's it? Pulev. I think 2 million on Channel 5. That's like Channel 5 don't even do. Every now and then they once in a blue moon they do boxing like that. So for Channel 3 to come back into boxing is a big deal. And this, if Eubank and the Girl is not on pay-per-view, it definitely does about 8 to 10 million views on a Saturday night. That's what Saturday nights is all about. I grew up watching Kawasaki. That put me, and so many of your callers will be able to tell you the same. ITV made them boxing fans. A lot of people in the country will say the same thing. So it is a huge, huge deal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I'm sure Sky and I think this is the end of Frank Warren.
But what network is bigger? Sky or ITV? Or Box Nation?
If you're talking network, I would say ITV. Okay. But they're gonna need the content. They're gonna need the content to come with it. All right. Do you know what I mean?
Idris, let me get to some other callers. Stick around. We might bring you back. Got to go to our mastermind. Javier, talk to me.
Hey, yo, I just want to go back to a call. I mean, show y'all had, I don't know, I think it was yesterday or something like that. Y'all, I think somebody was like, Deontay should add another trainer or some shit. Remember y'all said that? Didn't y'all say that like a show ago?
Yep.
That's why we shouldn't. Because shit like this can happen. Niggas get in there. Niggas think oh shit, nah, I could do better. Like, he could have knocked him out in the 3rd round instead of the 8th with me. Like, it just, adding another nigga, like, it's too many. Like, people like somebody like Freddie, right? Freddie was a big time name. So Freddie already think his shit don't stink. So he can come in and shit like this can happen. Motherfucker think, goddamn, like, bro, I'm the best trainer in the world. I don't really need this young nigga over here training. Like, think about it. Like, I think Deontay said it. This JD's, that's his first. I mean, this is his first big fighter ever. So I mean, another trainer could come in and be like, shit, I don't really. This nigga don't know what he talking about. He only had Deontay. He don't know nothing about training, and that could fuck up the whole vibe of a camp, whole vibe of a fight, whole vibe of just everything dealing with everything surrounding the fighter. So I feel like shit. I think it was smart for Deontay to say he gonna keep his camp how it is. Like, he don't need to add nobody. I mean, he been with him the whole time. Cause this shit can fuck up Fury the next fight. If Fury got conflicting, like, he don't know what to go with, he go with Freddie, and that shit just don't work out for him because Freddie don't really know him. And that goddamn fuck up Fury's whole career. Because Freddie want Fury to fight like goddamn Pacquiao. And now Fury getting his ass slept. So I'm just saying, shit. I think people should stick to what you know, but you ain't gotta go doing all this extra shit when it ain't broke. Like, Ben helped him. I mean, Ben the motherfucker who looked out for him when he was down bad. Freddie wasn't there when he was down bad. That's all I'm saying, but that's it.
Javier, well, thank you for calling in. We're gonna go out to Zach in Connecticut. Talk to us.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We hear you driving on speakerphone.
With the window down.
I'm trying to get it off. I got it. Sorry. Hey, what's going on?
What up?
So I didn't get to hear the original comment from Freddie Roach. I do want to comment on what the last caller said about the trainers, and you know, I when I saw the Triple G fight, right? Abel Sanchez, when he's in the corner with Triple G, I mean, he's really making him aware of everything that's going on. Like I heard him. He's like, "You're losing this. You know, get in there. You just keep going. You're gonna knock his ass out." Like, stuff like that. I feel like, you know, because Deontay commented, I think, and said that we thought we were up. I don't know if that was the exact comment, but something about his trainer basically. He wasn't like filling him in like, "Hey, you might be losing this. You really gotta, you know, try to knock him out or like go for it." I just like I'd like someone who's like a little more aggressive and someone that maybe works on like his legs and gets him like where he can like jump in and out of range and stuff. Because when he swings, he always steps forward to throw that right hand, and if someone counters, then he's out of position. But I don't know. But back to Freddie Roach. You know, he's such an old school guy too. That's really weird that he would go out in public like that. Because again, what another caller said, Tyson Fury he seems like a really loyal guy, and if Freddie Roach is saying that about Ben, he seems like they're like best friends, you know. Then I feel like Tyson's just gonna be like, dude, I'm sticking by my guy. You know, I know Freddie, like, I respect you. You know, you've been in the game for a long time, but this is my dude here. So I don't know. I mean, what was the actual comment that Freddie said?
Well, it's about a 2-minute clip, man. Unfortunately, because of copyright, there's no way we'll be able to replay it in its entirety. But the actual program just started 1 minute ago, 4:30 Central, 5 East Coast on Fox Sports. It is Christine Leahy's show, Fair Game, where Freddie is her guest. But Zach, thank you for calling in. I'm going to go to James on Skype. Talk to me.
What up, James?
Good afternoon, fellas.
Good afternoon, brother. How you feeling?
I'm well, my friend. I'm well. Thank you for allowing me to speak. in all honesty, I think everybody who's upset about Freddie Roach speaking his opinion misses the point. And I love the fact that you got the terminology out there in the free space, sheep. You know why? Because sheep don't think for themselves. As you said, sheep have to be led. Also, sheep are easily manipulated. So top of them not thinking, easily manipulated. Here's the truth. Whatever Freddie is saying in the public, he's already said to Tyson. And the fact of the matter is, regardless of who you think has won or lost, he has the ability to look at Tyson and say, if you had listened to me, had I been the main trainer, you'd be the world champion. Regardless of how we believe that, he can legitimately make that statement to Tyson Fury. And I guarantee you he did. And let's not forget, the fact is, he has a champion in the stable already. So he can say, I have a champion. On top of Pacquiao, if you think I've lost it, I have a current champion right now. Because the dude won a couple of weeks ago. So he has the ability to do that. And all he's doing is just, I'm listening.
What dude?
Yeah, I'm about to say who.
What
I, mean,
dude?
I know he got another champion, but I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name either. It's like I randomly seen a clip on YouTube, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even realize that was Freddie Roach's fighter. I even forget what weight, but you know, we're box rec hounds, so you can look it up. You can find it somehow. In any case,
Machado. You're talking about Machado.
Thank you. So he currently has a champion, so he has the ability to say, listen, not only have I done it in the past, I'm currently doing it. You need to be with me. And like I said, that camp is all about bravado. It's all about the loud and fake controversy brings more eyes to the place. Because what it causes a popular boxing station like the Boxing Boys to have hundreds of thousands of people potentially listen to this podcast and say, "Oh, wow, I didn't realize there was some dissension in the ranks. This is going to make the rematch even more appealing." Because say, "Okay, well, Tyson Fury, how can he overcome the infighting or the possible infighting in his own camp?" So it all stirs the pot, and we're all sitting there salivating and lapping it all up like the sheep that they want us to be. This ain't no real beef, man. If Freddie Roach has been in this game long enough to know that people are going to think him coming in the public is somehow degrading. I forget the guy's name. He's the main trainer. But in all honesty, I think it's all a plan. I think it's all a ruse. I don't think that there's actually any problem whatsoever because Freddie Roach has been in the game long enough to be able to play the media, play the fans. He knows the game. So that's what I think. I think it's more fodder for the sheep to eat. It's more grass, and we're all being led to believe that there's a problem where there isn't any. That's all. That's my call, y'all.
James, thanks for calling in. We're gonna stay on Skype and go to Andre, pound for pound supporter, Diakono. What's good?
What's going on, man? How you going?
What up?
Man, I'm driving to Newark today, man. To hear this conversation, man, guy kind of bored me because as a special educator who deal with teenagers, deal with drug abuse and mental health, to hear Freddie Roach try to come in and mess up a good situation going on, that's foul, man. That man is a fucking cancer. And if I'm Frank Warren or somebody in his inner circle, I'll talk to Tyson and say, look, you don't need this shit, man. You know how hard it is to drop weight in that manner that he did, and all of a sudden you want to come back, you want to all of a sudden show up when all of the hard work is done? Get the fuck out of here, Fred. Keep your ass in LA and let that young boy work with Tyson and see what he can do with them. Other than that, man, stay to fucking LA and keep getting your sun raised. Keep that motherfucker out of great bread, man. He's a cancer, man. As an educator, I was bothered by that. All that work done? Fuck no. You want to come in there and take the shine? Fuck out of here, man. Kick rocks. Yo, Ness, I got to ask you a question. You going to that press conference this weekend at the Garden?
For Canelo?
Yeah.
Doubt it.
I thought you was going to press Eddie and his bullshit and probably find AJ something.
Is he going to be there?
Right now, AJ is supposed to be in New York as of today, from what I understood.
That's what Ox said.
Is Eddie gonna be there?
I wouldn't see why now. The big platform like this.
Yeah. Eddie said on an interview with RFL that he's leaving.
You know what? You're right though. You know what the problem is? because this is a Canelo show, I keep neglecting to remember that Eddie is the B-side promoter. He's Fielding's promoter. So I keep thinking Canelo Golden Boy, and I'm like, why is Eddie gonna be there? Like, but I get you now. Yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta go to New York to pick up Daniel.
Okay.
Thursday, Alvarez comes in from Vegas.
Please press motherfucker. Please, man. I'm getting tired of this shit, man. Press this
For
motherfucker.
sure, man. Listen, I'll put the post in Patreon, and you submit your question, bro. Whatever you want to ask,
right.
I'll ask. I mean, if he's there, it's been a while since me and Eddie done the do. So if he's there, I'm definitely going now. You know,
Oh, he's definitely gonna be there, bro. He said he's leaving Wednesday for the press conference. He will be at the press conference. I just watched that video like an hour ago.
When is this? Tomorrow?
Yeah, he says he'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna have to get up early. Fuckery.
Double check before you make that run. I know it's expensive, but just double check.
Nah, for sure, Dre.
All right, peace, man.
Thanks for calling in. Yo, dudes are crazy talking about Eddie might slap you. Yo, if you only knew how much Eddie likes me, bro, and what he's done for me, homie. Like, you guys are silly. He actually loves the whole back and forth shit. You know what I'm saying? He loves it.
It sells fights. I mean, it generates interest. He's a smart guy.
He's literally told me that he loves the shit, and he's forever like shouting us out on videos. Let me go to Dominic in Seattle. Talk to us.
It was good. It was good. I think that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder next rematch is gonna be good, and the fact that it's on, it might be on April 13th. That's something we've never seen in boxing on the same day. I think people are going to tune into Deontay Wilder more. No one wants to see Chisholm or White fight Anthony Joshua. It's just a cleanup. That's my call.
Dominic, thanks for calling in. I mean, what do you think about that call there?
Dominic?
Yeah.
I ain't really hear what he said, to be honest with you. I was doing some other shit. What'd he say?
He said, I was asking you to buy time so I could get to this.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, Dominic.
Call him drop the ball, man. Where's Scotty Pippen at when you need him?
I ain't Scotty, you know what I'm saying? I ain't just catching. I'm like Jordan. I'm shooting that bitch.
Oh, you was a shooting guard?
Yeah, I shot every time. Where you see all my plaques? They got from the 8th grade on. I was the leading scorer.
So basically, you telling
6th grade.
Basically, you telling us you was a jock.
A jock? What you mean?
A jock, like you was still you would not pass the ball.
Nah, I definitely passed the ball, but them niggas couldn't score, so I scored for them.
Yo, meanwhile, I'm over here looking for a number that ain't even press 1. Dr. Mo, you sure you want to call in, or you just listening? You haven't pressed 1, and if not, is it's about that time. Let me see. We got everybody. Yes, sir. We sure enough did. So, Dr. Mo, if you ain't pressing 1, it is final thoughts time. Talk to me.
Freddie Roach, man, like one caller said, I think everything that he said, the Fury camp already knows. I think he wouldn't go out and jeopardize this job by doing this. So I just think maybe a little buzz for boxing for the day. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if they don't know, then bad move by Freddie. Bad move. Follow me on Twitter at Gross2312 or on IG at Gross1911.
Mike, don't you got some interviews that dropped today?
Yeah, I had one with me and Daniel Alvarez did like a little Canelo preview last night, so that should be dropping here soon. I got one that I just edited not too long ago. It's like a 1-minute clip, you know what I'm saying? It's a little fun one. Check it out. Fans are heckling. But that's the word I should have used. Heckling Deontay Wilder. And I got another one with Lyndon Arthur that I'm editing right now that I should be ready to send to Ness later on tonight. And hopefully I got some more stuff lined up. Would have had Christina Hammer, but she's leaving on a plane to Germany today, so won't be able to get her.
Skype is always around. So is Google. I mean, so is the way you do it. You know.
Yeah. But
is have internet. But
she's on a plane. I mean, I probably can use it on a plane, but
Yeah, but on the plane, obviously, you gotta wait for her to land. But she could, because when you were on that tax bracket, you definitely got Wi-Fi on the plane.
and you definitely got a nice little bed area too, probably, because that's like a 13-hour flight or something like that.
Listen, want to thank everybody that tuned in. We are on the backup channel until YouTube gets their crapola together and realizes this weirdo that flagged us is a liar. But yeah.
No, what's taking so fucking long? It's a fucking 45-minute video, homie. God damn.
It's 10 business days. But youtube.com/Nesta Gibbs.
Gotta fight this fucking weekend, YouTube. Come on.
We at 1,128 on the backup channel. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, because we nothing's changed, man. The shows are still coming nonstop.
Hey, can't they I thought like after like 1,000 likes, your page get like monetized or something like that.
Yeah, that's got to go under review as well. Yeah, that's under review. Even, look, as you can see, we haven't gotten any super chats because that ability is also not open. Nothing is open. This is a backup channel that rarely gets used. We're just starting to use it, so none of those perks are open. There's a lot of things that we still can't do because of the low amount of subscribers. Certain things are unlocked at a certain amount of subscriber count. You must have. It's just the way that fucking works. This generation is all about social status.
Absolutely.
Numbers, followers mean power, and give you abilities. So that being said, don't forget to subscribe to the main channel, which is still out there and doing its thing. We've uploaded over a dozen new interviews with Caleb Plant. He has that big fight with Jose Ustategui. We uploaded interviews with Kendo Tremendo, Casendena. We got a couple of prospects in the San Antonio area. Shout out to Anthony Rodriguez, one of our San Antonio correspondents, putting in work. Shout out to Aaron Cantu, our San Antonio correspondent, putting in work, driving to H-Town. He should be right now. Is today Wednesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Okay, so he ain't right now. But tomorrow, he'll be at Jamel Charlo's gym.
Oh, Jamel Charlo. Big ups to Cantu.
Hopefully Cantu makes it there safe and sound, brings you guys some fire interviews and some great stuff from F.A. Ajagba. I told him to get there early, you know what I mean, instead of getting there late.
So he's going to Ronnie Shields, not Derrick James.
Dog, you need to learn the difference between Jamel and Jamal.
You said Jamel though.
I did not.
Shit, rewind this shit. What did he say, y'all? Chat, tell him, chat. Tell him what he said. He said Jamel, right?
Yeah, because the show knew it was a dramatical moment.
Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
I ain't say that shit.
Bro, you said Jamel like a motherfucker. That's why I said, whoa. When you said F.A., I was like, Jamal changed with F.A., not fucking Jamel.
Listen. Cut off King. It wouldn't even matter if I said Jamel, because guess what? Cantu is going to Jamel and Jamal's gym. They're doing a special function together. So maybe if he wouldn't have cut me off, I would have finished saying that. I was saying he need to get there early so he could stop at F.A.'s gym, homie.
Ah, okay. My bad.
What smoke?
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, don't forget to hit that notification bell, because you never know, man. Mike is a workaholic. He loves this shit. That means, I love it. I just needed the road dog that's ready to rock out. So we might be back. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty to talk about. Charlo talk about. Right now we're 15 minutes into the Fox Fair game. We could go back and watch this Freddie Roach interview in its entirety. Remember, this was just a 2-minute clip that gave us an entire show, so we need to go back and watch this. I didn't even DVR it, so that's kind of, I'm fucked.
And for all of our Patreon listeners and Patreon supporters and people who want to be on Patreon,
there's like fresh episodes on Patreon of Untitled, plus one episode of what we're doing for Dallas March 17th week. And I say week because we don't know if it's a Saturday thing. We don't know if it's Tuesday, Thursday. When we're doing it, what we're doing, find out on Patreon only. Listen to the podcast episode about the function and event, and also cast your vote on the Patreon posts so that you could basically, influence what it is that we do on that Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia weekend as a TBV family, the way that we normally do. And remember, whatever we do will be live streamed directly to the Patreons at an early release and then to our YouTube channel remotely from Dallas, Texas, because we're going to be there for Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. But again, that all depends on you and your votes, if you even want us to put together a function. But, again, see, Mike is the truth. He always reminding us to mention certain things. Like, Mike, while I buy us some time, go find that coupon code, because in March, for the Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia fight, I want to see some TBV shirts. I'm wearing my 12-round shirt. This is a TBV only shirt. You ain't going to find this nowhere. You see, it's clicking. You know what I mean? It's going from the 11th round to that 12th round, the championship rounds. The championship rounds. This is TBV only special edition. You won't find this one on the TBV store at theboxingvoice.com/store. You won't find this one there. This is a Patreon only. You got to be on Patreon, and you get these whenever I send them. You get them whenever I send them because it's a gift. I'm giving you gifts because you're on Patreon. You believe in our mission, so I believe in you, and I support back and forth. Just like head on over to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors. Bookmarking that hyperlink that me and Mike continuously talk about, and we're gonna know if you guys are using it. We're gonna know. Me and Mike will get the analytics, and we'll know if you're using it. And the beauty of it is you can save it and reuse it and share it and let other people use it, and it doesn't cost anyone anything at all, except they give us a kickback. And that money can be used so Cantu can make it earlier to Houston and talk to FA and Ronnie before going to see Jamel and Jamal. You know what I'm saying? Just help the channel grow to continue to bring you that content that you want. You know what I mean? Like everything that you wanted HBO and all those networks to give you, you can invest in this small little channel and ensure that we will give it to you. Check out our documentary series with Deontay Wilder, the most recent one we did called Axe Deontay Wilder with Nestor Gibbs. And you can check out the documentary done called One Face, One Name, One Champion with Deontay Wilder. We've also done with Keith One Time Thurman, with Danny Garcia, with James DeGale, numerous huge Camp Life series with great editing work. We done one with Joseph Parker that was phenomenal, where Enrique really showed his talent on the voiceover. So just, head on over to theboxingvoice.com / store now, because Mike is ready with the coupon code.
Oh no, bro, I can't find that shit, bro. That shit is buried somewhere. I mean, when you start sending codes out, bro, just send them to me like directly. Don't put them in the group chat no more. I mean, well, you can, but like send them to like to me too, cause they get buried, cause they start texting and we start going at it, and Javier start talking shit about something. Then I gotta hop in. Then Fighter IQ comes with his little comments about something that's not even fucking relevant. Then Matt comes with his comments every hour out of nowhere, and we'll just go from there, man. And you never say anything.
Word. Well, all right. I think we've said everything. We'll be back. So hit that notification bell. Make sure you get the little tick when we come back. You don't want to be left out. You don't want to feel left out, especially now. This is, these are the dark times, Mike. This is when we know who's our loyal ones. Who the real ones, as Keith Thurman would say. Who's the real ones? Because only the real ones would know about the backup channel. Only the real ones are getting that notification, that bat signal in the air. The TBV is live. Same bat time, same bat channel. The problem with that is that it's never the same bat time. We're always spontaneous.
I was thinking about like getting
like that morning show though, right, Mike? Yeah. Every day at
9:00 a.m., 2:00 UK, 8:00 Central, and 6:00 in the West Coast. Nobody gives a fuck about Mountain Time.
So tomorrow, I'm glad that I'm really prolonged.
I thought we had
that's what I'm saying.
Mauricio today.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's not today. It's the 12th.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad I'm prolonging this outro because we got Mauricio Suleiman will be live on TBV in the morning tomorrow. Oh shit! You see, I can't even go. See, if I go, I can't do the show. So I gotta not do the show and go.
What about the guy? Then we got a guy that's always in New York.
I haven't heard from Adam this week.
Huh?
I haven't even heard from Adam this week. That's what I'm saying, man. I wish I was Michael Keaton in Multiplicity, you know.
Maybe 2 of you, huh? You be straight.
Maybe a little more than 2, but yeah, man, we outie. Peace.
Peace.